Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Uh, when we had last left off, we had been in a fighting some Darkspawn, when we ran and trying to save Sandal and his father, uh, uh, Bodan Fennec.
We'll be we'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
This should be easy enough.
Um, the fight went pretty well. My character died, of course, but it is what it is. Now we just need to continue on. We're done with Lothering. Um, yeah, gonna just continue on. Explore the world and such.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a right. He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
Thank you, Alistair.
That's what I'm here for. To deliver unpleasant news and witty one-liners. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
It's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennec at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Well, let's see
If there's
what.
anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah. Ah, here it is. The thoughtful gift. And oh, not that many. What about that many? This is gonna take a good chunk of it all. But
Why, thank you so much. 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 Why, thank you so much.
I forget how you actually use the butterfly sword. Uh-huh. Ah, that's how we do it.
If there's anything I can do for you, please, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Let's do this. That should be. That should be good. Oh, plus 5 willpower.
Why are we stopping? As you wish.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Easy go here, and then you're gonna do the
You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
Fine,
You have my thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
Stop.
You have my thanks.
Gifts.
Do you expect me to carry this for you?
And then it gives you the butterfly sword back. And then you go
You
on
have my
to-
thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks. You have my thanks.
What do you need?
So we'll go through it there. Oh, you can't give thoughtful gifts to him. To yourself.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Alright, cool. Now my favorite weapon in the game. It does the same amount of damage, has the same armor penetration, critical strike chance, and strength modifiers in normal greatsword, but also has +1 armor penetration and +12 attack. And then the Realm of Power and attracts Firefly, so I shouldn't do anything. But for a warrior, it's like the best sword in the game.
I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions. I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish. How marvelous that must be. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles. Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. No, I did not mean it that way. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I am sorry. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about.
Gotta talk to that guy here.
You
in a
and your
second.
friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah, my discount sure does help. Wouldn't have been able to afford all this without it. What do you have?
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader? Really? He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled. My family, well, past a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Olin banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles. Hard to say. After King Olin died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride. Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that. I ask for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour. Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour. Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now. A thousand blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
Alright. So, we're going to be doing Soldier's Peak today. Because if you look at the world map, Soldier's Peak is here. And there is another DLC that shows up here. And there's one other DLC. Forget where it is. But is well.
Oh, why, you little... Your furry friend here took offence at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Good boy.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone. It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again. I just did. I don't want it, you worthless fur bag. Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
There's someone else I need to. No. I was gonna say I should up her affinity.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it. Oh, certainly, I can do that for you. Just come with me.
I want to see what enchantments you have. That's
Enchantment? Enchantment!
I think, yes. We will do that now. Because now it also does damage, increased damage against Darkspawn. Yay! Dr. Gamma a couple more times.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Jubilee. Do you have anything to say?
Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair? It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous
Oh my
hair.
God.
The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels. Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me. Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company. Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way.
Okay. I think I did the wrong option tree there.
Something I can help with?
Maybe I did?
What's on your mind? My mother I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden until much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it. She had served Sicily, the Lady Sicily, for many years and was loyal to her. Sicily was a good person. She was always kind to me. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes, small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Something I can help with? What is meant by someone like me? And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no? My fruit? I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I do not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed. We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken. I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in. I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop. Something I can help with?
I think I messed it up.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Yeah, I messed it up. How far back is my last save? Oh, awesome. I'm doing this because for matters of the second game, because this game ties in.
Bad dreams, huh? The archdemon, it talks to the horde. Anyhow, when I heard you
We're just gonna skip through all this as quickly as we can. But this game ties into the second game, so it is quite beneficial to just.
I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine. If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure. If there's anything, I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Alright. So that. I can actually sell these. That. Hold on. Okay. All that. Take that. Take that. Save. We're going to deal with this.
You're right. Did Duncan ever mention me? Really? But poor Duncan's. Well, no more. A tragedy. So King Olin banished the warden. But Drydens are tough. Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. They won't restore our land or our... So I went to Duncan, I did. And I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour. Will you think on it, at least? 1,000...
Real quick.
Why are we stopping?
Oops.
As you...
I'll type this out real quick. We're going to travel distance. Thing right here.
You have my thanks. Do you expect me to carry this for you? You have my thanks. 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 You have my thanks.
Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much. Why, thank you so much.
Oops.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
I'll have to grab it snack real quick.
Oh, why, you little... Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He's...
A putrid, half-eaten hare? A dirty mongrel can have this back. There. I don't...
Okay, that's the garlic stuff. Pretty much exactly where we are now.
I must say that you are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women, and if my people were more open to interacting with yours, I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met, elven, a well-trained elven servant is highly valued in. Not. Oh, my words were. Have I ever told you I really like the. It's very nice, and it suits you. 1 year. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often. Yes, but I was trying. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you, like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me. You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company. And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact.
I forget which one.
Uh-huh. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have...
Okay. That's on.
I enjoy the nights at camp. The night always seems more peaceful to me, safer. I feel the night grants us a reprieve from the troubles of the day. Silly, isn't it? The darkspawn never sleep, and they lurk in the shadows. I enjoy those nights when we stand guard together, talking to pass the time in those small hours. Well, I talk and you listen mostly. Sometimes I succumb and fall asleep and wake to find you still watchful. And I know you're watching out for me. What I'm trying to say is that I trust you. I'm comfortable around you. I know you'll be there when I need you. You are our leader and my friend, and sometimes I think that maybe we could be more than that. Maker, look at me stumbling over my words like an ill-educated peasant girl. Some bard I am. Really? No one told me. You felt the same way and didn't do me the courtesy of informing me? You made me say all those things. Why couldn't you have said them first? Oh, you... Oh, how very awkward. Why am I being such a baby about this? I must be a sight spilling my guts. Well, that settles it then.
Alright. So, I think that's pretty much the end of that, I believe.
The stars are out. It comforts me to know that the stars will remain untouched by the blight. That whatever happens down here, they will shine eternally, their light undimmed. There is a story about that cluster of stars over there. Do you know it? Elindra and her soldier? A long time ago, there lived a fair maiden called Elindra. She had many suitors, but spurned them all, for she did not love them. One day, Elindra was sitting by her window in her father's castle, singing and dreaming, when her lovely voice caught the attention of a young soldier. Entranced by her song, the soldier drew near to Elindra's window. As their eyes met, he fell in love with her, and she with him. When Elindra told her father about the man she had chosen, he was furious, for Elindra was high-born, but her love nothing more than a common soldier. To keep them apart, he had Elindra imprisoned in the highest tower of his castle, and sent her soldier to the wars. Alas, Not a month had passed before news of the soldier's death reached Elindra. Alone in her tower, Elindra wept for her love and beseeched the gods to deliver her from this cruel world. So earnest was her plea that the gods themselves were moved. They gathered Elindra into their arms and lifted her high into the heavens, where she became a star. The gods also raised up the soul of Elindra's soldier love, and there he dwells, across the horizon from her. The band of stars between them is a river of Elindra's tears, cried for her lost love. They say that when Elindra has cried enough, she will be able to cross the river to be reunited with her soldier. This story is one of my favorites. A tale of a love so great and so enduring that it defies death and moves the gods to action. Sometimes I ask myself, does such a love exist? Can it exist? I never expected you to say that. It is a pleasant surprise. I have to say there is a certain severity to you. Finding a person behind that all is nice. Maybe you should let your softer side show more often. Sometimes following your heart, not your head, leads you to remarkable places.
Yeah, I do believe that's pretty much the end of that quest line, at least for now. This is the beginning, so it may go. There may be more to that story.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas, actually. And there you have it. You and your friends are formidable folk.
Let's...
Enchantment? Enchantment! Enchantment? Enchantment!
The professor.
Enchantment?
Yep, alright, so... I don't know why I can't enchant that weapon, but... It is what it is. Off to Soldier's Peak. To die. Many deaths. Now on you.
Indeed.
Yes.
And for now you.
And here we are, Soldier's Peak. Maker's breath. Look at the size of it. What a fortress. I told you the map would get us through the tunnels. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. It's just teeming with history. Can't you feel it? So, I'll follow you about, from a distance. This place has the stench of death. I expect there's trouble up ahead.
Soldier's Peak. Looks like it's seen better days. Better centuries, more like.
Once the wardens flourished, their ranks full, their caliber certain. Now they even accept people like you, Alistair.
Hey!
I love the little banter people have between each other in this game. Yeah, this looks like a nice calm place. Nothing wrong could go here. Could go on here.
Fall back! Fall back already!
Taking the peak will not be easy, my lord.
I gave the Wardens one chance to die with honor. Instead, they hole up like cowards. We follow the King's advice, then. Starve them out.
But the peak has months of supplies.
Then we wait. When they are too weak to lift their weapons, we will send them to their final judgment.
Oh, what was that? Felt a bit woozy there. I'm not mad, am I? You saw it too?
I've heard an Orlesian ballad about something like this. A beauty trapped in a dream. In the song, Belisa never wakes up.
Your prissy friend here is making me nervous, Warden. How's this even possible? The place must truly be haunted. Yes, Warden.
Yeah, it's a mysterious place, that's for sure. So... Don't go in there. Oh!
Should be easy enough.
Time to fight the dead. I'm actually going to go in here. Dialogue is fine. That can drop off good things.
Stop your drooling and say some dignity.
You forced our hand. Tear them apart.
Show me what you've got.
Couple of skeletons here and there.
Right.
Bones are good for the ground. Oh, okay. You got down there right on there. There we go. Some sort of tunnel collapse. There, a lot.
Try not to look too incompetent. It's embarrassing. Be careful! Here we go! Push them back!
Warden skeletons.
No mercy! Defend
Warden
yourself!
master skeletons.
Hey, watch it!
Wish I had something to deal with undead. A little bit easier. Nothing to loot up here. More? Your arrow cursed.
Let's grab some glory!
Desperation is an ugly curfew.
Any more? Dear Lord. There was a lot of you there. Nothing around the ground. Head inside and warm up.
The men's morale is low. My spells are of no use in this matter, Commander. There is more to leading men than sorcery, Avernus. I will remind them that they're wardens. Men, I won't lie to you. The situation is grim. Our forces outnumbered, our bellies empty, and our hearts are sagging. But we are wardens! Darkspawn flee when they hear our horns. Archdemons die when they taste our blades. So are we to bend knee to a mere human despot? No! I, for one, will never give up! I, for one, will never surrender just to dance on Arlen's gallows. So I propose here and now, in these hallowed halls where generations of our brethren stood vigil against darkspawn and evil, that we send a message to that fat bastard. In this sacred place, proud men, strong men stood defiant, and would rather die than submit to tyranny.
So brave, even when starving, and my great-great-grandmother stood with them.
There was.
Oh, well, that's kind of you to say. Generations of Dryadens have said that our stock were lions, fierce, proud, and noble. But I've gabbed enough. Lead on, my friend.
So, wait, which way is Breaker entrance? Okay. Statement of Defiance. You're supposed to read, on these grounds, virtuous men stood against the tyrant. They stood defiant and stood for freedom. And they died. It is signed by the Grey Warden defenders who were besieged by King Arlen's forces. Captain Menlo, the Black Ferret, Chair Thrower Lopez, Sir Dirk O'Leris, and Jason the Longbow. I love the Chair Thrower Lopez. Alan the Clublar, Cartographer, Marcher, David the Silent, Dustin the Colorblind. I feel that, but Edinburgh the Bovin Brethren, Farrell the Feral, Sir Graham the Untiring, and Jason Sans Les Argonauts. There's a lot of names. Lang the Nefarious, Lucky Lacuna, Mad Dogs Smeadows, Mestizas the Blood, McGurk the Vile Priest, Malaysia the Magical Malefactor, On the Stretched, Hackrat Dirksen, Sergeant Red Morrison, Santos the Silent Scimitar. Okay. Vitriolic Eric, Weak Eye Santos, and I get that too. My weird glasses. Wellburn the Exhaustive Fire. A lot of interesting titles that these Grey Wardens had. But respectable titles. Rage Demon. Lovely, lovely. Oh, Arcane Horror.
Alright, battle it is left. Show me what you've got.
Okay. Do you have any history on this place?
I'm here for you. Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place, or I simply have not discovered. I'm here for you. Of course. Wait, you want to talk about us? Is there something bothering
Oh,
you?
this is when you can do it.
Really?
Okay, that's first one.
Something on your mind? Of course.
You don't have anything to say about this place. Interesting. I was kind of hoping you would, but if not, oh.
This should be easy enough.
Can't go that way, so go this way. Well, he's gonna smack me.
As you wish. Let's get started. Time for some
Another
fun.
battle, I think.
Not mine.
Let me go check this.
Victorious again.
Awesome.
Tear them apart. To be polite again, brother.
Is that all you've got?
I need more multi-target attacks. Warden Scribe. This is actually going much easier than what I expected. When's the challenge? So books to read. There it is. This book is readily burned. You can make out a word here and there, and that's it.
The door won't hold, Archivist.
Almost done. The truth must be told.
What does it matter? We're dead.
Our grand rebellion so close. And to die here, a stillbirth.
We never should have done it. Wardens aren't supposed to oppose kings and princes.
Should we stand idly by?
Another one. Rebellion? What's this about a rebellion? If only the book weren't burned. We can only hope.
We may have found out later. Figure out what this is all about. On to floor number 2. That's a nice painting. Kind of. You know, that looks good. That all looks like something I want to deal with. In a moment.
Make them pay for every inch, men! Hold the flank! Avernus, we need you!
Nelate, Obrasoth, Sifan, Net, Bekon.
Andraste's blood? What?
More Avernus! Whatever it takes!
Teni e Benfotos Victos.
Press them! Press them now!
No! I command you, fight the king's men!
Fool. So much death, suffering, and oh yes, blood. The veil is torn now. Your soul is mine, Avernus.
Acolytes, retreat now. The battle is lost.
Avernus!
What just happened? Oh no, more fighting.
Alright, Seaman, dead, warden. Now it looks like they're getting ready to fight him. Oh my god, Gron. They are fighting him.
Let's have at it!
Or they're healing him. They're healing him.
Time to take it.
You forced our hand. Right. Blast! Here comes trouble!
That death really suits you.
Let's make this quick.
Look at this mess. I love it.
I suppose violence is a solution. Sometimes.
Maker!
It's either you or me, and it isn't gonna be me. It's your time to die. Let's make this quick, shall we?
We've done well.
The wardens summoned demons. Can't believe it. And my grandmother, she knew. I believed that my family was better than that. But answers may lay up ahead.
Can I poke it?
This should be easy enough.
That was actually... That wasn't bad, but that was kind of decent.
On your guard!
I remember this place being a lot tougher than this
Let's have at it!
Wipe them out! You will learn to fear me!
Bad day, huh?
Right.
Step no further, Warden. This one would speak with you. This one is the Dryden, Commander, Sophia. All these things.
Grandmother?
You have slain many of the demon ilk to get here. This one would propose a deal.
That, or she's really let herself go. My great-great-grandmother is dead. I don't know what that is.
This one has tasted her memories, seen her thoughts and hidden places. But she is food for this one. No more, no less. What is one woman child compared to your might? Strike me down if my terms offend. A fool this one would be to betray the Warden.
You can't be serious. There's nothing left of Commander Dryden. She's possessed.
Your fledgling should mind its place. Meek, subservient, quiet. This one will answer your question. The Soldier's Peak traps me. This one sees so many tantalizing places in the Dryden's memories. This one would see the world herself. For me to be free, into the Old Mage Tower you go and destroy. In return, this one seals the veil. No more demons, no more enemies. Your peak would be safe. Just let this one go into the world. This one will roam, this one will see, this one will feed. But without me, the veil will grow weaker. More demons, more misery. You choose just one of my kind, or many. This one knows all, but will only talk after the tower lies broken. The magics, all moving things, the very stone if you have the power. Something inside keeps my kind locked away. Yes.
Warden, my family's been looking for answers for over a century, but not like this. I'll support your decision either way.
Agreed. Any questions Levy has of the Dryden will be answered. You only must destroy. For your purpose, there is nothing more you need. Then you are die!
This should be easy enough. On it. I never liked this party. Right.
Okay, done with you now.
You some glory. You will learn to fear me. Let's make this quick. This should be easy enough. You can run while you can. On it. Why do I get myself in these scrapes? Right.
I can't believe my great-great-grandmother was still alive. Well, sort of alive, sort of dead. I need a drink.
You need me?
Curses. Yeah, so I'll have to reconstitution some more. Make even tankier.
You will learn to fear me.
On a grey water!
As you
Yeah, just go back to sleep, you pile of bones.
Right. As you wished.
The Wizard's Tower. Okay. This doesn't look good for me.
Fear me. Oh, lovely.
Okay. Specializers. Your specimen. You shall be a champion. In all, the vial contains a noxious potion. No one can say how long it's been stable. Pain wrecks your body, but there is power in this pain, a hint of understanding. Ah.
Let's get started.
I wonder if that's like a random, like, there's a 50-50 chance that it's good.
I hear you. Don't disrupt my concentration. Even now, the demons seek to replenish their numbers. Are you to thank for this welcomed but temporary imbalance? Only just. I have only a short time left.
Careful. This man has dabbled in matters forbidden by the Maker. He may look frail, but don't trust him.
So the Maker told you that, did he? Short-sighted men have forbidden my research, not any god. Enough. Why are you here? What is your intent? An admirable goal. But in order to achieve this, the demons must be cut off forever. Agreed. This must be the first priority. The only priority. To what questions, I wonder? Ask.
Master Mage, sir, my family name has been worth less than dirt for over a century. Do you have any proof that Sophia was a hero?
The boy who braved the mists. So you heeded my call. And you are a Dryden. The cosmos has a sense of humor. Your great-great-grandmother was the best of us. Brave, charismatic, fiery, utterly devoted to the fight. But still we lost. We fought against a tyrant, you know, so full of vigor then, so blind to consequence. But proof? There's none to be had.
I had hoped. But thank you, Warden.
What happened here?
What use would storytelling serve? The tyrant Arland is long dead, as is all our noble co-conspirators and the Grand Rebellion. Sophia's corpse may walk and talk, but she, too, is no more. He ruled with fear and poison, his treachery pit noble against noble in terrible battle. We thought him a monster. We gathered allies to rebel. But the toll of years has erased our failure, hasn't it? It seemed so pressing then, but the kingdom lives on. Too many mouths to quiet. Even sorcery can only go so far. So we met with Tyrn Kuzland. With him on our side, we had a chance of victory. Instead, the King's Guard ambushed us. Commander Dryden and I barely escaped. I had considered the possibility of failure, but so many demons breaking free was more catastrophic than I had postulated. But my course was clear. I had to get to safety to contain the demonic threat. I took only those who would not impede my goal. Perhaps, but it was survival. For months, I prepared the summoning circles, researched the darkest depths of the Fade. That moment was a triumph of demonic law. Dozens of demons, called by my hand. But with so many variables, I suppose, calculation errors were inevitable. I was so close. She gave the order. I would have summoned the demons anyway. Only under Wardens can true magical research continue. A chance to rediscover the secrets of ancient Tevinter. Yes? To stop the demonic tide, to correct the miscalculations of the past. Blood magic comes from demons. They could counter every bit of law I knew. But the Darkspawn taint, that is alien to them. And it has power. The Wardens use it merely to sense Darkspawn, a triviality. My research has discovered so much more, hinted at even greater heights. This knowledge could not only save Soldier's Peak, with it the Wardens could grow even more powerful. Oh, search my labs. The answers are in there. So be it. My only request, if justice or vengeance drive you, stay your hand until the demons are dealt with. We must go to the Great Hall. There, I will repair the damage I caused so long ago. There will be peril. The demons will fight us every step of the way. Come.
Alright, let's look, see if we can find these notes he was talking about. No. It's like a dwarf skeleton. So it looks like at least. I thought this was his lab. There's no notes here. You crazy little fool.
We must act quickly. The demons are clawing on the gates. The veil must be closed. I will unravel the summoning circles I drew so long ago. Waves of spirits and demons may come through. Dispatch them. I will begin. First, I must summon the magical energies. I feel them. They're coming. Be done, demons! The price is paid. In justice.
Now we get our hands dirty. Someone please. Bleeding. Armed and dangerous, ready for action. Be careful! Bandages! I need bandages! I'm badly injured. Bandages! I need bandages!
As you wished. Right. Let's get started.
Alright, old man, did you take care of it?
It's over. The veil is strong now. Stronger, at least. So what of me? Will you leave me to experiment in peace? Without test subjects, without other materials, you would cripple my efforts. But I will do what I can in this endeavor. I have little hope of discovering anything useful. But if I do, you will hear of it.
You've done it, Warden. Soldier's Peak is safe again. That old geezer of Avernus deserves the gallows if you ask me, but people will do queer things to survive. But if he does the proper research, without the sacrifices and blood magic and all, maybe he'll turn up something good. But there was no proof to redeem my family. For so long, I was focused on the past, on answers. But I think I would have been better off had I stayed at home. Enough of that, though. I find myself at a loss. You've got a whole fortress now. I suppose I should start plying my trade again. It is. In time, it might liven up, though. You're gathering an army, after all. The fortress may do some good with that. You know I'm no good in a fight, but I'm a fair trader if I do say so myself. My cousins have been looking for a safe place to store trade goods, and the Peak will do nicely. Whatever the Drydens have to offer are yours, for a sizable discount.
Looks like we're done here. A demonic invasion thwarted, a warden base safely rescued. We do good work.
Yeah. At least you were ready to level up. Okay. Yep, that works for them. And you roll bolster magic. Hopefully it starts getting cleaned up in here a little bit. It is a bit of a pain to make it back outside. Though it may take time, actually. Yeah. Well, for now, Soldier's Peak is done. Right? Yep. Persimmon. Ah, that's the place for the next DLC. Let's hope it's something we can go through quickly. The guards wear a uniform of Van Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances.